Hello guys, and welcome to another video. Now this one is a little bit of a different video. It is a Black Ops 3 Zombies video, and this is about a half an hour long video. The first part anyway. This is a video that's going to last for half an hour, and then this is part one, and there'll be another half an hour video that will come out possibly next week, but maybe before then. First thing I want to apologise for is that for some reason, when I was basically recording this in theatre mode. So this match happened about 3 days ago, and for some reason in the theatre mode, as I started to record, it took away the HUD. Now it does come back at about round 6, so I apologise for that. But up until then, there is no HUD. But then from then there is HUD, and I can show you the points and stuff. But yeah, so this is a slightly different video, and if you guys like it, then obviously let me know and I can do more videos like this. But this, overall, between the first part and the second part, it's me and my good friend Charles, who is obviously playing with me, and he is more of an experienced player. He helped me a lot through this, and we got to round 30 on this, and that is my personal best. And I've only really been playing zombies for about a week. I never played the zombies in any of the other Call of Duties other than, the first one, just to see what it was like. I liked it, but I never really got into it. And this Call of Duty, I feel, has got a very good zombies, and I actually do enjoy it. It's the first zombies that I've actually enjoyed. So having someone like Charles with me actually really helped, because unfortunately I did go down, I think, about 4 times during this video. And so most of them were pretty stupid downs where I trapped myself in a corner and things like that. Obviously that's just because I'm new to playing zombies, and but hopefully after time I'll be getting some better techniques down and things like that. But other than that, I feel like I did okay, and Charles was very helpful, and he actually let me get a lot more of the kills, because he knew that I needed help, and just basically going through it all with me. So that was very nice of him, so I thank him. So obviously again, here is this down, and it's very stupid because I trapped myself in a corner, and that would have been like round 2 or 3. Now when I'm playing solo, I like to stay in the it's actually to the right now, so over behind me where the fence is, I like to stay there, and they all kind of funnel towards you, and if you get stuck then you can run around. So we're going to try and get to the box at the moment, and our game plan, we're actually talking about it at the moment, and unfortunately I was not able to salvage the audio between us talking, and that would have been slightly nicer, but you're stuck with me talking over it. So yeah, we're talking about at the moment actually going into the box room glitch thing. I don't know the actual name for it, but there's obviously the room that's actually behind us. If you go in there at an end of a round, all the zombies spawn in this one room, and they all come into this one room. We don't stay there for very long, because it does get quite boring being in one room, and it's a bit of a cheatsy way to do it, but it is good for points and get yourself comfortable with the actual game. So that was very helpful for me anyway. But then we did move on to do the whole catwalk and stuff, but I don't know if that is in this video. It might be in the second part. The only reason why I am uploading in 2 parts is because not only obviously it's a bit harder to render out videos in like an hour. It's I think it's 61 minutes long, and it's a bit more difficult to render out a video that is an hour long. So splitting it up into 2 videos may also help. And obviously if you don't have enough time to watch the full hour-long video, it's easier to cut it up into smaller parts. Now if you like this style of video, like having it longer, I can do hour-long videos, and at the end of the day it will take a little bit longer to render out and stuff like that, but there's no problem for me anyway. And so if you do want to see 1 to 30, 1 to 40 rounds just solidly, I can do that. But obviously just bear in mind that they may take a little bit longer to make and get out to you, rather than me editing and uploading a half and then work on the other half. But yeah, so overall I feel that zombies in this in this game, Black Ops 3, is very, very good, and I do very much I do enjoy the guns very, very much, and they don't seem too overpowered. Now the Gorgon, which is what I'm using at the moment, I feel is probably the worst LMG, the worst LMG in the whole game. I do like playing with the LMGs because they're fun, and they work pretty well, and they have quite a lot of ammo, so that's always good, especially in online and on zombies, and even like single player. I do prefer them to other guns if I know that I'm going to be quite high, action packed, and trying to kill a lot of things. Doesn't matter if it's zombies or people or dogs or anything like that. So I do like to know that I've got enough ammo and enough damage. But the Gorgon is just such a slow fire rate, and I kind of like the best LMG to me anyway is the Dingo. The Dingo is I've mentioned it in my other Black Ops 3 video that I do love the Dingo, and the Dingo is really good because it's it's easy to use, has a decent fire rate, and has a decent damage, and there's nothing. It's everything you want from an LMG. So I do. Overall, that is probably my favourite LMG. As you can see here, Charles is actually just hitting the box one more time, just to try and get a decent gun. And we just train these dogs so that obviously they don't die. And unfortunately, I think this is my stupid second down. I got hauled on by a dog. Wasn't paying attention, and he stopped in the corner, and I basically ran into him. So that was really stupid. But again, luckily I had Charles, who's an experienced player, and came and picked me up again. And I didn't die once during this. Obviously at the end we did. But because of Charles, he was there for me, and he it was really nice playing with a friend that is experienced, and I am looking to get better at this and hopefully do some single players. But yeah, so the LMG front is that the Dingo, it just seems to be the most overpowered out of all of them. Now I've brought back the as you can see, I brought back the ammo counter and stuff like that. I can't remember what it was called actually. But yeah, I brought all that back so you can now see what guns I'm using. So this is the Dredge. Now this is a good gun for zombies if you've got like big hordes of them, because every pull of the trigger lets out 6 shots, I think it is. So this is good, but the only problem is if obviously with things like that, there's only one zombie. It only takes 3 bullets to the head to kill it. You're wasting 3 ammo. There's no way to change that, so you do just cane through ammo, especially if you're like panicking and you're just pulling that trigger and you're not hitting every shot. You just waste a lot of ammo, and then again you get through the ammo, but the reload is rubbish really. And but the same with any LMG, it's pretty rubbish. But again, I'm just not a massive fan of using LMGs in zombies, I found out, but I do like using them in the solo and the online, which I will bring a video out online of me using the Dingo if you want to see that in the future. But I end up using the M8 that we actually got to pack a punch, because we did all the pack a punch and stuff. I used the M8 in this, and I also used the it's I can't remember the other name. It will come to me. We'll see it soon. I was very excited actually when we hit the box, and I actually got the ray gun. Now the ray gun, I found out, isn't actually as good as it was in the original. Obviously the last zombies I played, which was the actual original one on Call of Duty World at War. And it wasn't as good. It was very much nerfed, but it was very cool, and it was nice to get it, because I obviously haven't used the ray gun in about 3 years, and for that to happen, that was pretty cool. But again, I just didn't really use it. So that was us. We went up to round 9, and this was us just trying to link up the last couple of teleporters and getting that all done so we can go into the catwalk. So obviously now the box room method thing is all broken, but you know, at the end of the day we got everything else done. And so I think this is with the ray guns. Is the ray gun? Oh no, this is the Wonder Waffle, and I only used it a couple of times. And I feel like you can probably get really good with it. I just wasn't the best with it. I think I just used it at the wrong places, the wrong times and stuff. And I feel like, you know, I could have used it a bit better. And I know I was talking, you know, badly about the Gorgon before, but when you've got insta kill, it is very good because it's very manageable and you have got a lot of ammo. But that's basically all that's all I'm good with it is when it's got insta kill, because you can just fire off that one bullet and you've got quite a lot of ammo to go through. But that's all I can really recommend during zombies. So this is us linking up the last teleporter, I think it is. I think it's the last one that we did. I can't tell. Well, actually, I can't. Oh, okay. This is the I can't remember if this is the last down or this is definitely. Obviously, this is. I can't remember if this is the 3rd or the 4th. I do know that I only go down 4 times, and I know that's quite a lot. And Charles actually is brilliant, and that doesn't go down at all, except from, you know, at the end. And it is just a little bit of a spoiler. It is just completely stupid, and it is completely my fault. And I did actually make a bet with Charles before we actually started playing that when we go down, it will be my fault. There'll be some sort of reason that it'll be my fault that we go down, and unfortunately that is the case. And it was just a bit of a stupid move, really. But you know. Oh well, you know, we did pretty well. We got to round 30, which was our goal. Now, I picked up the Argus, and the Argus is a very good shotgun for zombies. Very, very good shotgun, because for anyone that doesn't play Black Ops 3, and I know that there's a lot of people that does, but, or do, sorry, the Argus is basically the KSG from Black Ops 2. Now, the Black Ops 2, the KSG, was the most, you know, OP shotgun ever, because it fired a slug round, and it went very far across the map. It was almost like a sniper, and it had insane damage, and it was just probably the best shotgun in Black Ops 2. Now, the Argus is basically a hybrid between any other shotgun and the KSG. Now, if you don't zoom in with your sights, you shoot birdshot, which basically means you shoot loads of little pellets, and you've got a much, you know, your bullets have a spread, and you're more likely to hit your target. As soon as you zoom in, it changes from a birdshot to a slug, so it kind of turns into the KSG, and the KSG itself is, you know, it was really good because you can kill zombies or people from like a good distance away. And it is a good, and I did struggle a little bit with kind of figuring that out to start off with. I did obviously know that this happened, but I find it a bit difficult to go from birdshot to slug because I kind of expected it. So there was a couple of shots where I did like miss shots and stuff because obviously I was expecting it to be spread, but obviously I was zoomed in, so it didn't quite work. But overall, it is a very good shotgun, and people do like to use it online and stuff like that. I'm not the best with it. I'm okay in zombies because obviously you've got a bit more tolerance, more or less. With if you miss, then you've got a little bit, because it's got quite a fast reload. You've more or less got another shot to shoot at the zombie. But obviously online and whatever, you don't, because obviously people are shooting at you back from a distance. So, you know, overall I think that the actual gun is good. I stupidly bought Quick Revive because for some reason I was expecting it to be, because obviously I don't really know the perks. I know Juggernog is, you know, gives you a little bit more health, and obviously if I'm saying anything wrong, please correct me in the comments. I know Juggernog gives you a little bit more health, or like hit damage, it increases your damage rate that you can take. And then I bought Quick Revive because on a single player, it basically allows you to, if you go down, you can actually revive yourself and kill zombies around you. Now I expected that to follow on when you're playing with other people, but apparently that doesn't work. Apparently Quick Revive only works if you revive your teammate, and obviously I was the rubbish one, so I shouldn't have bought this. I obviously didn't know that at the time, and I'm not entirely sure. But obviously, the next time I went down, actually, I didn't get that chance to revive myself. So I'm guessing when you're with someone else, so actually here's the down, and now I was expecting, because I bought quick revive, to slowly revive myself. But obviously that's not how it works. So Charles was very clever and said for me to get past the gate, and he activates the trap, which is, you know, just behind me right now, and he goes and activates the trap, so it kills all the zombies, and then he can revive me safely. And that is a very good tactic if, you know, if people like me who aren't very good at zombies. That is a very good tactic if you're playing with someone, and now I obviously didn't know that before. So I think this is my last down. I don't go down again. Obviously I'm not entirely sure, but I think that was my 4th down, and I think this is just, you know, straight on to round 30. Now when I play solo, I think my best I've ever done was to get to about 16, and that's because I'm working on, you know, training, and as in, you know, the zombies follow you in a certain pattern. Now obviously I've now used the catwalk method, which I never used before, and it is a very effective like method, but the only problem is when you're playing solo, if you obviously get caught reloading or whatever, that's when it starts to struggle, because obviously when I had Charles with me, he obviously let me do the killing, and then if I had to reload, I'd just say reload, and then he would take care of the zombies that were coming at me, so we kind of worked in conjunction with each other. So that was nice, and that, again, if you were playing zombies and you're new to this, maybe play with someone that is more experienced, just so that you can get, you know, the gist of it. As you see there, Charles was actually helping me, and again, he was just very helpful. Now the rest of the video is more or less us doing this and getting pack-a-punch and stuff like that, so just the general grinding of zombies, and but, you know, it was very enjoyable, and hopefully next time Zombies is out, it will either be a single solo play, which is just me obviously, and it should be a live commentary, and obviously then I'll be able to talk directly to you, and I can obviously react to zombies and stuff. But if we do a collab again, hopefully with either Charles or my friend Matt or someone like that, or just anyone really, hopefully then I will be able to get the audio out of it, and then you'll be able to hear both of our you know, perspectives, so that should be cool, and then you can actually just hear what we're talking about and stuff. And it was a very good laugh with Charles in it, so hopefully I can get that little kink worked out. And if you guys actually know how to fix this, or any methods of recording through the PlayStation 4 chat feature, because the problem I have at the moment is that I've got, when I plug my my actual headphones in, or my headset, or actually my soundbar, when I've actually just released my setup video, and if I plug in my soundbar, it counts as a headset, and I cannot record the sound from the PlayStation. So obviously, the actual sound that you're hearing now from the, so I can't hear the gunfire or anything. It all you hear is my voice through the external mic. So if anyone knows how to fix that, and either can link me a video in the description, or actually just tell me the steps in the description, that would be a huge help. But yeah, so hopefully next time there will be live commentary, and other people's perspectives and stuff. So hopefully that should be fun. So we are on round 14, and it's the dog round, and the dog rounds are they're fine. I find them slightly harder when you're playing like single player, like solo, and I find them slightly harder. And obviously I was a bit of a rookie there, and I didn't reload, and before I got that max ammo, which was it's only one shot, but that that one shot would have just helped. I haven't shot my Wonder Waffle yet, and we're on round 15, so I pull it out, and I think I forgot that I actually had it. So I think this round actually we do use it. Well, I use it actually, and I go from the Wonder Waffle to the ray gun, and I end up not really shooting them a whole bunch, and then just swap them out. So yeah, so it's a bit of a waste, and I feel like I could have used them a bit better, and I think that's how they work. Obviously, you shoot a zombie, and then from there they kind of electric beams shoots off through other zombies and kills them, and I think that's how it works. But I wasn't entirely sure, so I just kind of tried not to waste it. And I think overall I was trying to get headshots, and obviously I didn't actually know, and I only found out the other day that headshots with zombies doesn't actually do anything, because I was trying to unlock camos and stuff, and I always thought, you know, headshots equals camos, but in this it's actually just zombies killed, which is, you know, better. So I was going for headshots, and I ended up getting something stupid like 300 headshots by the end of this, and that's just ridiculous. And I actually did use the gobble gum for the first couple of times. Like, I've never really understood the gobble gum, and I like playing this map more than the Shadows of Evil, because I just don't understand the whole beast thing. I don't get it. So I kind of, you know, prefer the original-ish zombies. And this is the first time I've ever pack-a-punched the Argus, so this was quite cool, because I got to obviously use it pack-a-punched. And again, it is cool, but it just again came through ammo, because obviously if you're not hitting every shot, then it's not the best, and it actually doesn't have the best damage after a while. It does then take 2 shots sometimes, and if you're obviously with the spray shot, with the slug, it's like an insta-kill, which is cool, which obviously pack-a-punch. But you know, I was kind of relying on this one shot, so I wasn't really aiming down sight, and then it kind of got a bit caught up. I did just get caught up there, and obviously again I was able to manage myself, but there's just little things like that I want to work on. But then again, having Charles with me actually was very helpful, and obviously that Teddy, me and Charles actually got a bit paranoid because of the fact that we needed to get, you know, decent guns, but actually that teddy bear ended up helping us quite a lot, because we were going back to the catwalk, and as we get to the catwalk we find out that the box is behind us, so that's very, very helpful, because obviously we're up there and we can just take turns to kill zombies and get new guns and stuff. And so that was really helpful. So that was nice to see. And this is where obviously I get the ray gun and stuff like that. So sometimes the Teddy isn't as bad as everyone thinks it is. But yeah. So overall on the Black Ops 3 game itself, I am really, really enjoying it. Now I feel like it is much better to be playing it with friends. Which I feel like I much prefer playing with friends, because you know, you don't just feel like you're sitting there grinding the same things out all the time, and because it is quite repetitive. Any Call of Duty game is, like, I love playing Call of Duty, but it is quite repetitive. So like this is what we've done this for about 3 rounds of like 4 or 5 rounds, and we've kind of done the same things. Now obviously playing it with a friend is much, you know, better, because you obviously you've got a conversation going, and you've got, see, I probably laughed the whole way through this because we just had a fun time with it. But if you're sitting here like alone, like, it is fun, and it, you know, you do get your heart racing when you like get to tense moments and stuff like that, but at the end of the day it is just sitting up on a catwalk shooting zombies. So I can't wait for the new DLC, because things like that just get me excited, because obviously, you know, new things, and obviously, but the, you know, the online and the multiplayer is the place where I actually spend most of my time. I have completed the campaign, and the campaign I thought was okay. It was a little bit hard to follow, because they were jumping between things so much, and obviously I don't want to ruin it for anyone that hasn't actually played the game yet, but it was a bit jumpy. Like, not jumpy as in like scary, as in like it kind of didn't always quite follow the story, and it was strange, but I did like it. And obviously I have also started to play the nightmare mode, but again I think that was just a bit cheesy of Treyarch to do that, because it was basically the original story mode with a voiceover and zombies in it. Now, I've played the first couple of levels and I didn't really like it because it was basically just the same things I've played before. But obviously, if you guys want to see that, it is slightly fun because it's like, you know, little references to the past zombies and stuff like that, and there actually are, you know, the magic box and zombies and stuff in the actual, you know, campaign. And if you obviously haven't seen it before, it is quite cool. But again, it's just a little gimmicky thing. But overall, the campaign is pretty good. And there's about, I think it took me 6 or 7 hours to complete. Now that's because obviously I wasn't playing it solidly. I played through it and I did get through pretty quickly. I feel like I got, but you know, you can spend pretty you know, a good amount of time during that. And the other thing that I do like is there's these like collectibles during the game, and you can go around and you pick up these things, and it goes, you've basically got like a central hub, and you can pick up these things. And I enjoyed that aspect of the solo because that hasn't really been done. Like you were able to pick up little things before and get like awards and stuff for them, but this time it was a bit different because you actually got to see them. So that was a nice touch. But again, I just spend most of my time in multiplayer because I love, you know, getting better at playing and stuff like that. My favourite gun, I've made the video of it, is the XR2. I just feel that's the most OP gun, because I'm very much a torso to headshot person. I'm not very keen of shooting them in the legs because I find that too difficult. Because obviously this exo thing I really do enjoy, and it's not overpowered at all. But with the exo jump thing, it's exo glide, whatever it's called. It's very easy to dodge bullets if you're like jumping away from them, because you've got this like you know, exo jump, and you can get away from that. But with obviously a headshot, if you're aiming for the head and someone starts to jump, you've then got a you know, quite a high chance of hitting their torso and then getting enough, you know, damage on them to kill them. So I'm more of a headshot person, and the XR2, especially with higher caliber, just owns. Now this is actually the other gun that I use. It's rubbish at this level anyway. Okay, what's it called? The Man of War. Yeah, that's what it was. The Man of War. Now it's absolutely rubbish when you haven't got it pack-a-punched during zombies, especially at this level. It's absolutely rubbish. But pack-a-punched is brilliant. It was probably the best gun I've ever used on zombies. Obviously, I haven't played for that long, and I think I'm level 17 now. So you know, I've played a little bit, but that was good. And then I also used the M8 as well when I get rid of the ray gun, which, you know, I was surprised because I always thought the ray gun was, you know, the most OP gun out there, but it's not really. So, you know, other than that, the M8 is good, but again, you came through ammo. I also actually pack-a-punched this gun. I pack-a-punched 3 times to change the actual perk, because if you pack-a-punch it once, you get the pack-a-punch weapon, which basically means you deal more damage and stuff like that. And the gun has a little bit more ammo in the magazine and stuff, and it's able to hold more ammo, which is nice. And then you can pack-a-punch it again, which obviously in the older versions, apparently, like in Black Ops 2, apparently you can pack-a-punch it twice and it would make it twice as good, or it would make it like pack-a-punch and a half, if that makes sense. You'd get the pack-a-punch weapon, and if you did it again, you'd get like half extra damage, and it would like carry on doing it from there. But with this one, what you do is you get the pack-a-punch weapon and then a perk for it. So the first one I got was fireworks, I believe, and that basically every couple of shots, like every other magazine or something like that, I don't know exactly how it works, but you would shoot a zombie and fireworks appear, and it would kill like 3 or 4 zombies around it, because they would set fire or something like that. And it is really good, and I enjoy that. And then I also pack-a-punched it again, because it kind of got to the point where the fireworks weren't really doing much, and I pack-a-punched that gun again, and I got the Thunder Wall, I think it's called, where it's basically the Wonder Waffle shot. Not the Wonder Waffle. What was that gun called? I can't remember. Was it the Wonder Waffle? No, the Wonder Waffle was the electric gun. There used to be a gun where you shot like a air blast. I can't remember what that is. Leave that in the description if you know. But yeah, so you basically shoot this big air blast and it kills like 5 zombies or whatever, or however many zombies are near this one zombie that you're shooting at. So that's really cool, and that was very helpful. And then the MA that I get a bit later on, I get turned, which actually you'll see in the next video, because this video is going to end soonish. And I will then show you. The next video is a bit more jam-packed because obviously a higher level, more zombies, and that, you know, is a bit more thrilling because obviously we're on round 19 and we actually we finish at round 20. But obviously to get 10 levels it takes just as long as getting 20 levels in. So that's fun, and the next video should be cool. But basically we're just running off now to go and get Pack-a-Punched for this weapon, and I think I buy the M8, but I'm not entirely sure, I can't quite remember. But yeah, so if you guys actually enjoyed this video, and I know the video's just actually stopped, but if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a like, and actually just wait around a couple of days for the second part to this, because it will be good and it will be a great video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed. So thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.